in my messaging this week, I spoke about a fun way to consider building your business. And so I want to take you like a totally random example. It's just what came up when I was feeling into this particular Facebook Live and what would be valuable sharing. And this is what popped into my head. So here it is. Okay. So let's say, for argument's sake, we get some koi fish and we want to build a water feature in the garden. Okay. So how would we go about doing that? I mean, for starters, we know that we would need a couple of things. We would need some sort of container. Now, whether that container was a plastic container or maybe like we built down into the ground and put plastic to keep it nice and watertight, whatever would, however we were going to do it, we would need some sort of container. Then we would probably need rocks, you know, because we know we need some elevation for the water to flow down. So we would need some rocks. We would probably want some plants to make it look good, and you know, to you know, for various reasons, actually, we would want those plants. And then we would put, you know, we'd want the fish in the pond at the bottom, and then we would need some sort of water pump to keep that flowing. So if you can just imagine that for a sec, building this water feature, you would know. Well, firstly, your desire would be to have the fish, okay, to create a home for the fish. But you would look through it logically. You would decide, first of all, where in the garden is that going to be? You would look at the environment. You know, what happens with the sun during the day? Are there big trees? Is a lot of stuff going to fall in the water? You know, you'd apply logic to it, and you would find the right location in your garden. Then you would have a plan, because you know what you need for that water feature to work and for the fish to be happy. So you know what you would need. So you'd go and get all your stuff, and then you would decide perhaps you needed somebody to dig the hole, or somebody to lay the foundation, or you know, whatever you needed. You'd work out who could do what, when, and how, and you would have your plan, and then you would build it. Okay, ladies, building a business is identically the same. If you consider that container, the starting point of it all is your structure that you would put into your business. It's all the processes and the protocols that you want to put in place, and the consistent action that you plan to take. What you'll ask, what is it that needs to happen consistently so that this container is going to be an efficient, good container for my business. Okay, then you can look at the rocks as, let's say, the legalities. You know, getting your contracts into place. If you have programs or products, what contracts do you need in place? What contracts do you need in place with your suppliers if you have suppliers? What are the legalities? What kind of staff are you going to have, and what kind of products are you going to have? So those would be your rocks. Those are your building blocks of your business. Okay, then let's say we're going to get plants in the water feature. In a business, your plants are the branding. It's the marketing. It's what's going to make everything flow very nicely in a nice way. It's what's going to make the business attractive. It's basically the look and feel of what you're trying to create with your business or the water feature. Okay, and then the fish, your big why. That was the whole point of it. You wanted to create a home for these fish. So the fish in your business represent your big why. What are you nurturing? What is actually the whole purpose of your business? And what is your why for doing it in the first place? That's the whole point of the whole thing. So see the fish as your big why, and work out what those fish are about, so you're able to put the right structure in place for it. Okay, and then obviously any water feature needs some sort of water pump. Okay, something, and in your business The water pump is going to be the clients and the money flow. Okay, so logically, when you think of that water feature and you think of, let's say, the water being pumped out of somewhere, coming, going over those rocks very smoothly, maybe cascading down a bit of a waterfall, spending more time over some rocks maybe, and then into a pond, and then pumped back up again so that flow can continue. And that, I mean, your water pump essentially is your sales funnel. If you have an online business, then it's the marketing, it's the sales funnel that you're putting out that's going to invite people in, and through that that flow through the container, the water feature or your business, a very easy flow, and then just more of the same. And as the water feature is coming alive, or your business is coming alive, you're taking some maintenance steps. You know, you're course correcting. You work out that the plants you planted actually hang over too much into the pond, so you might change those plants. You might need some sort of filtration system that might look in your business like some sort of selection process, or realizing you're not everything to everybody, and getting really very streamlined and very focused on what it is that the reason that you created the business in the first place. So if you take something really fun, like just creating a water feature for some fish, and you take the analogy and place it on your business, that is exactly what you're doing. And that's all you're doing. You're working out what you need to get a consistent flow of clients and a consistent flow of income into your business. And then as you notice the discord, you're working with it, finding out where the discord is, going back to basics, finding out where the discord is and what solution you can put in. What is a process or a procedure or a protocol that you need to put into your business so that the flow starts happening again without too much intervention from you. Okay, so I see we've got a few people online, and I don't know if there are any questions. So if they are, just ask in. And if you're watching this on replay, then just type in your questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Okay, so the next thing is, moving your mindset from I'll build it when they come to build it and they will come. And this is quite simply universal law. Okay, whatever you are creating in your business or for your business, if you consider your business this container that needs structure, it needs to be able to contain the flow that you're intending to move through it. It needs to be very solid, the structure. It needs to have boundaries in place to keep the outside of the container firm, and it needs to be strong enough that as stuff starts flowing through it, there's a regular and easy flow and a consistent flow. So, it is universal law. The universe does not work with a vacuum. If you are creating something, let's say an online business, and you've got the correct structure and the correct container and all the bits that I've just gone through in place, then it's universal law that it will start flowing. When you build it, they do come. So it's about building it in a way that's going to truly support your business and you through the process. And of course, that's always about finding a way of doing it that feels really good to you, finding a way of doing all these things as a want to, not a have to. That way you stay out of your own way, and you meet your objectives very easily and very, very carefully. Okay.